So behind me there, and pointing correctly, that's Buddo Rock. Buddo Rock. It's just down from a small village called Boar Hills, which is just up there. It's off the A917 that runs out of St Andrews. And in the distance out there is Dundee. So it's looking north, you can see Dundee up that. Tenchmere Woods and then Dundee there. So it's just the Fife coastal path that I'm walking on just now. So out there in the horizon, there's mountains there with snow in them. Now that will be the Glens, the Glen Mountains. So, I'm already here for an essential reason, and whilst I'm already here, I'm going to show you the videos of the area that I'm in. So, like I said earlier, that's the, can I point it behind me? That's Buddo Rock. I can't get my arm there. I think that's it. Yeah, Buddo Rock, and it's just down from the village, as I said earlier, from Boar's Hill, so it's B-O-A-R Hills. So it's time now for me to have a wee break. Right, I'm just going to have a coffee in the Jaffa Cakes, just down at the actual beach, well not the beach but the coast area. It's pretty breezy. So, right, so just along a bit from the Buddo Rock, there's this big cavern just against these sort of like hills, cliffs. So I'll take a wee look up there. I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what's up there. Okay. So we've got Buddo Rock. It's spelled B-U-D-D-O Rock. That's how I pronounce it anyway. I'm not great with English, so just pronounce it the way I pronounce it. I've spelled it out for you anyway, so you could pronounce it whatever way you're meant to. It's B-U-D-D-O and then Rock. So just along a bit is this sort of like cavern. And then path that goes up. So we'll probably look up here. So that hill there, that hill in the distance there is called Craigibble. It's part of the Sidlaw Hills. And out there in the distance, just at the other side of that water, is the Canusty, Monifeith, etc. And Ladbroth will be further up this way, going along the east coast. Gosh, this is actually going. This is going to lead somewhere. What I'll do is I'll turn this camera on to infrared and see if we could get some footage of this. But I ain't going down it. I'm just going to show you from here. and this is muddy, so don't want to be slipping down there, eh? So there was a bit of a cave down there, cavern. It looks bigger actually than it does. I mean, what I done there earlier is I just took the torch from the phone and I shot it down there. But it's not as deep. It's not as deep as I first thought. It's still deep enough. I'm not gonna be going down it like, but yeah, so a bit of a surprise that. And it's just part of the bigger cavern, so it's just tucked down into that side. Yeah. There's one thing I did notice though when I shone the torchlight off the camera phone. There's all the it's like flies and that started to fly towards the light. There was just a couple of small spiders and that as well, but yeah, I just sort of noticed that, like, put the light on and all the sort of like midges or something, or not many, there's a few of them started flying towards the torchlight. Yeah, there's a couple of spiders. I don't think I'd want to go down there. As I say, it's not as big as I first thought, but it's quite slippery there as well. You know, you don't want to slip and fall and anything like that. That Buddo Rock, by the way, that was made out of sandstone. It's a bit like this sort of stuff. It was originally formed as part of the cliffs. That was how it originally ended up there, but the water started to erode it. So it's a sandstone, typical sort of sandstone that you can see the colour of the sand and that, it's just quite very powdery. But that's what the Buddo Rock is made of, sandstone. That's St Andrew's Cathedral. Okay, so behind me here is the World War II pillbox or secret bunker. So you could get in, kind of. It's quite a shallow entrance. I don't know if you can see that, it's just down there. So I know exactly small. So I'm going to try and maybe squeeze in there like. Now I've had a look around first and I've thought, well, I don't see any hazards. Well, there's always hazards, but I feel comfortable going in and having a wee look. So I'll turn this camera on to infrared. I'll turn it around and I'll see what I could show you. Okay. Right, so on inside the pillbox. Now that's the entrance exit there. As you can see, it's tiny, so it's a bit of a squeeze getting in. And this little tunnel as well is really shallow. Now I'm about average height, about 6 foot, and I'd be really struggling to get through that, but I'm going to give it a wee go because I can see light at the end of it. Light at the end of the tunnel. Well, it feels cold. Oh gosh. Actually, it's quite spooky because I don't really see. I can only see what through the camera. I can see the colour, but there's a ladder there. But I think that's as far as I want to go. I don't really feel comfortable going any further. Well, actually, that just goes to the other end. Look, that's where I come in. And on my own, you see, so I'm not going to go any further than that. I could do it, but I'm not going to. Oh, fair enough. Going out of here. Showing you what I'm going to show you just now. That's what I'm doing. If I was coming back in, I'd rather be here with somebody else. Imagination gets a bit. You watch these too many horror films, you know. No, I've got to be sensible. I mean, I don't know the condition of this place. But I found it anyway. It's as far as I'm comfortable with going. So, it's quite. It's really small, compact. Right, so there you go. I'm going to have to turn this off now because the battery's starting to go. Okay. Right, so I've had a wee look at the World War II, I think it was a pillbox. To get to it, it's along the Fife coastal path, so that's heading towards St Andrews, and that's towards the Buddo Rock that way. So you just follow make your way to, if you're driving head for the way I went anyway. If you go to Boars Hill, park sensibly, make your way down on foot to Buddo Rock, and then walk along the Fife coastal path, head towards St Andrews, and then you'll come across. It's only about 10-minute walk, and you'll find it there. And that's the entrance there. So it's turned out to be a really nice sunny Sunday, but breezy afternoon stroke evening. So you'll just, as I said earlier, just heading along that way. That takes it to the Buddo Rock, about a 10-minute walk along the coastal path, and then you'll come across the, if you're looking for it, you should find it. It's really nice here. I like this little spot. Like I said, I was here for an essential reason anyway, and whilst I'm here I'm going to do this. Time well spent. So nice, quiet, fresh air. Really, really nice. That's the golf course. It's part of the St Andrews golf course up there. It's magnificent. It's really, really nice here. Great place to come to relax, get the fresh air, get away from it all for a bit. So this is the other side of the bunker. This is where that tunnel would have led to, and this is the aperture for the lookout. So that's, you might be able to see the ladder, or maybe not. There's a wee ladder there. It's not going anywhere, it's just lying there. Okay, so I think that's it. There's probably quite a lot of these all over the place, but I know there's one at the Law Hill. I've done a video on that on my YouTube channel. It's called the Law Hill, or the Law. It's actually Dundee Law, because law means hill. So when you say the Law Hill, you're actually saying the hill. It's actually called Dundee Law. And there's a pillbox there also. There's probably loads of them, but it's just some of the ones I've done at the moment. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a few. I've seen a few of them. I've seen stuff like that up the north of Scotland, right at the North Highlands. John O'Groats, there's Shetland Islands, Orkney Islands. There's a lot of story about the Scapa Flow on the Orkney Islands. Oh yeah, it's quite a lot. There's a museum in Boar Hills, but it's closed just now, but that would be well worth a visit. But I do know I've heard there's a museum there, so yeah, it's quite something like. I don't know if you could see that. That's it. So, hope you've enjoyed my wee outing, as much as I did anyway. So I'm just going to head back now. Okay, thanks for watching.